I think that's the first time I've seen the thing saying like, "Oh, the broadcast started 3 times." That's kind of funny. Alright. Boss done their stuff there. My chat box is open for business. Alright. Do that. And I'm also gonna have to, okay. Alright, go here. Go create a dashboard, because I have to change the category. The hell assume I want Doom. There we go. Alright, one last thing to do is check the stream, so it's looking sounding and everything. Okay. Okay, everything seems good. Bob's done their stuff in usual locations, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to a bit of an early installment of Shoot 'Em Up Saturday. Um, yeah, I decided to do my stream of this a little bit earlier than normal for at least for today. And today we're gonna be doing some more classic Doom, aka Ultimate Doom, but without doing the fourth episode, because I kind of like to pretend per se that episode 4 does not really exist. And we're gonna be playing some more Doom with the Doom 64 Fire mod. In case you guys didn't see the last few streams, I did episode 1, aka Knee Deep in the Dead. I did that as its own little stream. I did that as a no mic stream, kind of like as a moment of silence type of stream, where it's just like, I play the game, let the music, do its thing and all that stuff. And last stream I did was when I did episode 2, The Shores of Hell, and now I'm going on to episode 3, which is Inferno, which is known to be technically like the last little installment of the classic Doom episode, because Doom originally was known to have like only 3 episodes at first before it became Ultimate Doom. Now, as far as what this thing here that you're seeing is, Like I said, it's called the Doom 64 Fire. Basically, in a nutshell, it has all of the. It basically turns like classic Doom into like it's basically classic Doom in the style of Doom 64. It has like a lot of textures, graphics, textures, sounds, and stuff. But you still could be able to play, regular Doom. Um, from what I can understand so far, there's only like the ability to play Doom 1. There's not really a Doom 2 version of Doom 64, the Doom 64 Fire, at least on this port, aka the Doom plus Doom 2 port, or the Kex port, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. And, the reason why I'm kind of doing this is mainly because it's kind of like a little tribute type thing, if you will. With the recent news that I found out about Bobby Prince, who has unfortunately passed away. I think it was on the 19th of June, which is now the 20th. Um, so yeah, and I think I talked about this on my. I think I mentioned this in my previous stream, but excuse me. But when it comes to Bobby Prince, I never knew him as a person. Like I never met Bobby. I never met him. I never talked to him or anything like that. So, like I couldn't like really vouch for what he was like as a person. But I have like this slight little feeling that he was he's a pretty good guy. The one thing I say that I do know about Bobby was that he was a hell of a composer for music. Um, now, even though I'm more of a Duke Nukem guy than a Doom guy, even though like I don't mind playing either or of the games, but for me, I kind of remember Bobby Prince more for doing some of the music in Duke Nukem 3D, along with Lee Jackson, and everything. But I know that Bobby had. I want to say like I want to say like I think Bobby did some, if not all, of the music from Classic Doom. Because I was kind of like remembering something about like how like Lee Jackson was known to do like Rise of the Triad, like a lot of Rise of the Triad, and then Lee Jackson or but like Lee Jackson did I think like a lot of Rise of the Triad music, and then I think Bobby Prince did a lot of Doom's music and stuff like that. So so yeah. But yeah, in this playthrough, we're gonna be doing a ultra violence run with extra multiplayer items. Even though like I don't think that anything, even like I don't really think anything changes outside the part from like episode one, because I do know like episode because I do like on like I do know like on the first level of episode one, aka Hangar, that there are like some extra additional stuff, but it's still one of those little things where it's like, hey, like even if it does or doesn't, still gonna go through with the thing. So, and we're gonna do that. And already my controller's starting to have, and already my controller's starting to have that little drift. Excuse me. But yeah, for this particular little playthrough, I'm kind of doing a bit of a thing where it's like I'm trying to like have the original like soundtrack playing instead of like the remix track that I usually do when it comes to these types of playthroughs. So yeah. Run past you here. Didn't really want to get that, but yeah, as you can see, you know, like a lot of the stuff is kind of like the Doom 64 textures and, you know, themes and all that, including the weapons. Berserk or no Berserk, I don't really mind like trying to punch the bejesus out of people. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure, like, well, you know, some people might be asking the question of, why am I playing Doom 1 with, you know, this Doom 64 fire mod? Well, for one, you know, I've had this mod in my thing for a while. And two, when it comes to the Doom games, and I've talked about this before, and I'm probably gonna be like, it won't be the first, and like it's not the first, and it's probably not gonna be the last time I talk about this, but Doom 64 was that one Doom game that I actually played before any of the others. You know, it was basically it was like, you know, Doom 64 was the very first Doom game I ever played in the whole entire series. Like long before I even had the opportunity, you know, to play classic Doom, let alone the fucking PSX version of Doom. And the funny thing is, if you want to call it that, but I remember like a long while back, I remember like a long time ago, when I found out about the PlayStation port of Doom, and you know, and like hearing all of the, you know, and like seeing and, you know, hearing all the stuff that was in the thing. To me, like I thought that you know, they did a thing where it's like, you know, I felt like Doom 64 came first before PSX Doom, because PSX Doom and Doom 64, they have like they have like the same sounds and everything, like from like the player, the weapons, and the enemies. And if you were to think about it too, in a way, they kind of have like a similar type of similar type of theme going on, where it was like, you know, they didn't have like, you know, their traditional like music like this, for example. Instead, it had kind of like ambient type music. And you know, they tried to make you know, it's like, and they tried to make like, you know, both versions of Doom be a bit more like horror type base. Like I was saying though, Doom 64 and PSX Doom, like, you know, the one thing about them was, you know, about them was, you know, they kind of had like the, you know, like the vibe of like Doom, but was, you know, more kind of like more spooky horror type, you know, stuff. Although the differences were with that, with Doom 64, I, you know, like had new graphics and levels and stuff, whereas the PSX Doom, it tried to go for like a horror type, it's like a spooky horror type aspect, but still be within the boundaries of but like still be within like the boundaries of like you know, of the classic Doom variety. As you would see from you know, like PC side of things. But but like a handful of the levels themselves have either like been altered in some sort of way, or you got things that are like completely new. And I think also like with some of the enemies as well. Some of the value stuff of them had chains where it was like, for example, Lost Souls in Doom 64. Although they were more aggressive than the OG Lost Souls, they were weaker than they were weaker than the others. Yeah, it's like, you know, they're weaker than the others to the point where it's like, you know, like a single shotgun blast can pretty much take them out. Alright, got Berserk. And as soon as I get Berserk, it's like I'm quickly down to I'm quickly down some health. I love it. And yes, I do say, and yes, I do save a lot. It's one of those little things I would, I'd always advise, advise people to try and do. Like is to save often as much as you can, especially like especially like when you ain't got a whole lot, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Didn't mean to fire. I didn't mean to fire there. I hate when that happens. It's fucking color sensitivity or some stupid shit. And yeah, for whatever reason, if you guys have noticed where it's like I'm like slowly drifting to the right, apparently my controller has some weird, because I'm kind of crazy controller drift, where it's like my left analog stick, like I don't know why it's doing it, but like every now and then, like it does a thing where it's like like it moves me when I don't want it to. And it kind of feels like it fucks with me sometimes, especially like if I'm playing like say Dead by Daylight and I'm playing Survivor and it's like, oh, I'm on a gen and I hit I want to try going on a generator, and then next thing you know it's like, I hit skill check comes, I hit it, and all of a sudden I get off of the gen. I'm kind of like this brrr, kind of like moving some sort of like weird way, even though I'm not attending, even though I'm not meaning to do that. And hell, like even at times where it's like I'm trying to get healed, my controller would fuck me over and basically like break me out of the heal. I'm just kind of like I'm looking like I'm strafing, like doing like some sort of like weird strafe or something like that. And it makes me think, even though like I can't be 100% sure, but like it makes me think that every time like my controller does that while I'm getting healed, that like it's like making the noise, like it's making loud notification noises for the killer, being like, hey, there's people over here, because someone keeps missing skill checks or whatever. Oh yeah, I should do this. So, random ass fun fact, if you want to call it that, but when it comes to Doom 64, some of the weapons don't have animations like they do in Classic Doom. So, like for example, the shotgun, it doesn't have a pumping animation thing. Um, and when you have the plasma rifle, it doesn't do like the little recoil thing that it doesn't do the recoil thing after you fire the shot. Another thing too about the plasma rifle is that it's known to have like the little like the electricity, the little blue electrical animation thing, stuff. It's supposed to like it's supposed to be animated basically. It's supposed to have animation, and you have like the sound where it's like right. I don't know if I can like replicate it off the top of my head, but it's kind of like a you know, kind of thing. Ow. Alright, so we need a blue key because doing that is going to, because getting a blue key will have a switch that can lower this thing and right there. Alright. Admin fire! Alright, so I guess you could say this. I guess you could say this is gonna be kind of like a random PSA stream, even though like I don't have like redeems or anything like that. But I'm gonna give like a little random PSA of the stream as far as like like Doom goes. So if you have something that's going to be aggro right away when you start a new level, try and take care of it first before you do any sort of saving. So that way, it'll be one less thing to worry about. And the way that I do, because the way that I do things when I play stuff like like Doom, for example, whether it be like the OG games or some sort of like Doom mod and whatnot. The way that I do things is if I'm on the first level of something, like whether it be like like an episode or a megawatt campaign thing. What I usually do is like if I'm on the first level of something, then I pretty much just use quick saves. I just use quick saves, throughout the whole level and whatnot. But anything after like the first level, then that's when I start doing hard saves. Hard saves is pretty much what I do, where it's like I save like at the beginning of the level, and everything like that. So just in case like either like A, something goes wrong, or B, there's like something that I might have missed that I wanted to check out. Like for example, like if like say there's like a secret level or secret exit in a certain level or something like that. They could be like, okay, I can be able to go through the level again and find it from there. But if you were to have something like aggro right away on you, then I would suggest trying to deal with it first, and then save the game afterwards. Unless it's like maybe if it's like something that you can't both take out right away, like maybe like a boss or something like that, then maybe run away and then save. Okay, none here. But yeah, if there's one thing I would love, if there's one thing that I wish that this Doom 64 Fire mod would do, is I would love for it to have, I would have loved to have it be, I would have loved to have it to where it was like, it altered the weapons and demons, you know, like how they are in Doom 64 itself. I don't even know if it's really worth it to get that fucking... Ew! Like, hey, great! So great, bitch. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, to me, it's like, you know, I don't mind, you know, I don't mind if, like, you know, it doesn't capture, like, if like, certain, like, you know, Doom 64 theme mods doesn't, you know, like, have everything, you know, 100% down to a T as far as, like, you know, how Doom 64 is compared to the original Doom. You know, but it's just one of those little things where it's like, you know, like, it was, I guess you could say it's like one of those, like, I wish it, you know, it was, I wish it could have been done sort of things. Ba, ba, da. Ow. Hey, I got a backpack, so now I have more ammo. Alright. Wolfway. Okay. Now I need to go find the um, fucking blue key. Another thing too, I guess, to randomly talk about is, in Doom 64, when it came to the HUD system, it didn't have like the full, it didn't have like the full view HUD thing like you see like right here, right? It was going to be kind of like this. Um, but in this case, it was like it's slightly different because you had like because you had like the ammo count pretty much like in the middle, and you had like I think the armor armor count thing on the right side. So it's like health on the left, ammo count in the middle, armor count on the right. And I don't think you had like I don't think you had like the things like representing by like the images, but you had I think it's like more or less like represented by text of like the health and armor. You know, stuff having like like a like Doom Guy's face, next to the health and the body armor on the right side on next to it. I'm trying to remember. There we go. I'm in the fire. and hit the button. Come on. Come on, hit me! Hit me! Like I'm not even I don't even have my hand on the left control stick, and it's it's just doing all that. I was trying to like fucking switch to the damn rocket launcher, like to shoot the enemies in there. Next thing I know, it's like, oh, there's fucking freaky demons. But yeah, I don't know next how long it took to discover this, but it's like, really like that one little teleporter out there, actually takes you in here, and you can actually get a drop. You can actually get the. I feel like you can technically get the drop on the enemies in here, even like you will get aggro, but at least here it's like they can't do anything. And they're confined to a certain amount of space. Gotta love good old classic infighting. Safety travel, mostly. Okay. Aye. Sheesh. I mean, fire. I was trying to get out of the room. I was literally trying to get out of the fucking room. I was like, I was going to fucking open up this little area and then get out here and then blow up the barrels, but no. this so much. God damn it. Oh god, this room. Even though I've done this, even though I've beaten classic games so many times, like I never can remember exactly as to. I never can really remember like the right combination of like the switches that you have to press in order to make progress. It's always been one of those situations where it's like yeah, where it's like it's just you just YOLO it. Yeah, give me just a second, kind of just check some stuff. If things would behave itself. Oh, excuse me. Choo-choo. You ever have one of those moments like where you feel like where it's like you feel like where it's like you know you click something, but then it's like, oh, like you didn't actually click it at all, and then you wonder if actually the thing is or isn't going to work properly. Yeah, never mind. Alright. Let's get the pressing buttons, shall we? I hate when when the screen does that. Okay, so I think like I think all the buttons over there lead to stuff that opens up over here, and these ones over here where my crosshair is opens the other side, opens stuff on the other side. And if I'm somehow completely wrong. got 111 health. Okay. Ow. I am in the pain. Do I try and do this like that? Okay, well. Well, a little bit dicey, but... Okay. Okay. Also, I just realized I now have 69 health. Ow. Alright, now I gotta start finding some keys. What are the odds if I look to my left on in game that there's gonna be a fucking demon right there? Oh. That's back, leads back to the start. Alright, go through here, open this area. Okay. Be careful. These crushers. Chain gun. Skull key. Back here. Mount Erebus. The home of Fire Blue. There's one of the main domains of it. God damn, it's so fucking bright. I was like, why the fuck did I teleport? Alright. Owie. Dat hurt like on the hand. Ow. Edge. Damn, dude. A lot of it you can't be able to do much as far as like, you know, move and everything. And it's like, oh, like you got things like struck up, you know, on your ass. Quit firing. It did make me fucking waste all bullets up the wazoo. Like, I barely fucking tapped the button and all of a sudden, like, it's, you know, it's the thing. Might as well go out here and get this, I guess. I'm trying to think, like, how the fuck you're supposed to, like, again, like, this is one of those situations where it's like, and you know, like, even, like, I've beaten the game, like, I've beaten Doom so many times, like, it's one of those situations where it's like, I will never really understand, like, I will still never understand, like, you know, where to go, like, right, like, in an instant. I don't know. Well, at least it gets me out of this level. Like, at least it gets me out of the fucking level. Even if I did have to take a rocket to the face. But yeah, so basically, for those that don't know, this is pretty much like the same. This is pretty much like a. So I guess you say this is kind of like a revenge on the first level of episode 3. but with a twist. I was like, where the fuck was I going? Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. It's in a stream of plasma. I'm not wasting my ammo on you guys. Like, fuck you. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, now on E3M7 called Limbo. I'd say I have like a decent understanding of this level, even though like certain teleporters I still never understand fully, but eh. Owie. Alright, so you can see these blue cubes from over here. Alright. Let's go over here first. And then let's go over here. Get moving. Alright. Okay. Okay, so I got all three of the main keys, even though they're skull keys, but you know, I almost would say like main keys would be like the key like normal keys that aren't skull keys, and like the other ones would be like secondary keys. Really? They can tell me I can't do a straight run over here now. You know what? For the one time they use a cheat because fuck this level. this. Oh. Oh, come on. That bullshit, you know it. Took those shots to the face and still killed her. The lonesome spider demon that masterminded the invasion of the moon bases and caused so much death has had its ass kicked for all time. The hidden doorway opens as you enter. You've proven too tough for hell to contain. And now hell at last plays fair, where you emerge from the door to see the green fields of Earth, home at last. You wonder what's been happening on Earth while you were battling evil unleashed. It's good that no hellspawn can come through that door with you. So yeah. So yeah, I believe this is pretty much the part where like it was, lead up into Doom 2. But, as far as I know, there's no Doom 64, there's no Doom 64 version of, for Doom 2. So pretty much it's going to be the end of that. I will say though, yeah, it was quite the thing, especially being it was quite the thing to see, especially like the original episodes of Doom having like the being like in the style of Doom 64 and everything. But yeah, we are going to end. We are going to see if we can possibly raid someone. Oh, speaking of the devil. I know exactly who I'm going to raid. We'll go raid into Inverted Shadow. Because he's playing some Dead by Daylight right now. How long have you been streaming for? About an hour. Alright, so, yeah. Now, that was my third and final part of Classic Doom and the Doom 64 fire themed mod. I hope you guys have enjoyed the series and hope you guys have enjoyed the little tribute and everything like that, because like I said, I kind of figured I'd, play around with, the classic Doom music and everything like that as much as possible. Even though, like, I think, because even though, like, I think, because I don't really know for sure, but because I probably think to myself, it's like, there was a way to have like the original Doom songs in a loop, but it's like, oh, in this case, it's like, oh, it gets to the end and like just you know replays over and over again. But what can you do? So I don't know 100% for sure, but I may or may not do a second stream sometime, tonight or something like that. If I'm feeling up for it, and everything. Um, but I was kind of thinking about like how things are gonna go this week, and I was really thinking about like doing like some like maybe like some blood or outlaws and stuff like that. But I decided to play some Doom for the most part, especially like I say, there's a little tribute thing, for to Bobby Prince. Like, to hear all his music and everything. But, I think what I'm going to probably do, I think the plan for right now, for tomorrow at least, is, because now I'm just trying to think. Um, I think probably for the most part, what I'm going to probably do is just like either, there's a random part of me that wants to like maybe, like, just like play some more Night Rain. Cause I was like kind of thinking about like maybe doing more of my little Night or Boreas run, Night Rain with with Wild dressed as Artorias and having a build that I made that's about as good as I can do for an Artorias build. Probably playing around and stuff and things with that. Or something else. But anyway, but yeah, like I said, hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to stream maybe around the normal time frame and whatnot. But I may possibly do like a bit of a late night rain type stream, maybe like around like sometime in the nighttime. Because I might try and maybe like do some more Everdark Sovereign boss grinding. Because I think like probably what I'm gonna be doing for the most part is trying to grind some more Sovereign Sigils against I think it's like full Everdark Drift 9. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and anything like that. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. And until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.